Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious. If you say it long enough, it'll end up on the hate napkin. And Pauly's already sick of this introduction. Da-da-da-da-da! Welcome, ladies and genitals. Ladies and genitals. We're already off to an amazing start. And
it's appropriate.
Here we had somehow gone, I think, 20 episodes in without saying genitals. Well, that's ruined. Take that one off the list. All right, so welcome, folks. This is the Hate Napkin. This is season 1, episode 20. I'm your co-host, Arik Bjorn, and we are not joined once again by our amazing pop culture guru co-host, Garrett. Okay, and we've got our special guest star, the Paul Lynn Center Square of the Hate Napkin, all the way from Burnt Corn, Alabama. We've got Carla.
Good evening, everyone.
And, she is the CMIO, Chief Medical Information Officer of the local Dairy Queen, and I think the editor-in-chief of the Burnt Corn Star and Tribune. Did I get that right?
Not even close.
Let us be the first here in the Hate Napkin to welcome the newest nation on Earth. Did you guys hear about this? Barbados officially became a republic yesterday. They said sayonara to Queen Elizabeth and the Commonwealth of Nations, or whatever it is they call themselves these days, in Barbados. And Rihanna, along with all the other monsters under my bed, are now the latest republic. So there's nothing to hate yet. They haven't done anything yet. I think Barbados is a cool place. So welcome to all Barbadosians.
I don't think that's it.
And any Germans, women 50 and over, tuning in from Bridgetown, Barbados. Hey, we've got your butter churner here.
Hey, Inga.
Inga and Leipzig, that's right. Okay, well, we are the Hate Napkin. We are sponsored by regalprints.com. Regal Prints, you can see them at regalprints.com. I think they're still our sponsor. I haven't checked in with them in a while. I don't know if they listened to episodes 9 or 10 yet. But we like Jerry, and Regal Prints is there for all your advertising and signage needs in Columbia, South Carolina, and the Midlands of this Palmetto State. All right, so there. Was that a long enough intro for you, Pauly?
Nailed it.
All right, we usually start with the mailbag. Again, we've been getting lots of letters to info@thehatemail.com. That's info@thehatemail.com. And we usually route all of our electronic correspondence to the publisher amongst us, Carla. There in Burnt Corn. Reach deep into the annals of the Hate Napkin mailbag tonight and hit us.
Well, I'm gonna give you 2 of them tonight because the first one's so short, but it's so perfect. Charlie from Titusville, Florida, says, "I hate people who tuck sweaters into their pants." And I think Charlie's right on with this. He kind of had us at people, but there's only one thing worse that I can think of: people who tuck ugly Christmas sweaters into their pants. Tis the season.
Charlie in Titusville, Florida, hating people who tuck. Wait, does he hate
sweaters
or does
he hates sweater tuckers?
He hates mother tuckers.
He hates mother sweater tuckers, mother tuckers, and mother sweater mothers. I don't know. Who doesn't hate that? Number one, I hate sweaters, period. And we already know from previous episodes, I don't like pants. So the whole idea of sweaters into pants is a no-go from the start. So thank you, Charlie, Titusville. Definitely on the Hate Napkin, sweater tuckers. All right, we hit us with another letter there, Carla.
Well, we have a lovely one from Chris Beatty, originally from Armpit, New Jersey, now from Armpit, South Carolina, who calls that an improvement in his circumstances. Things I hate, mostly stuff people do. I can't get too worked up over stuff that can be blamed on either entropy or nature, but people who theoretically would choose to do better but don't, I hate that. Smokers who flick cigarette butts out their open car windows. God, I hate that. Ashtrays got replaced by cup holders, which are just ashtrays with a standardized form factor. So that's not an excuse. People in grocery stores who discard items on random shelves. Why did you leave the chicken in the paper towels? At least leave it in the refrigerator itself so it's not warming up and going bad. People who don't use turn signals. It mostly doesn't bother me, but when a car approaching my left makes an unindicated right turn into the street I've been waiting on, it's hard not to feel disrespected. Well, we call that, what do we call that, Cletus? Oh, people who can't afford blinker juice. Runner up, though, people who pull into a turn lane and then signal. Why bother at all if you're just going to do it backwards? Anyway, that's all I've got off the top of my head. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Chris.
Chris unloaded there.
I'm telling you, sometimes you just got to hate while the hating's good.
I think sometimes you pull that sweater out of the pants and all of a sudden you feel like just like unloading.
He meant people who like get a package of chicken and change their mind and then stick it on the paper towel shelf because they're too goddamn lazy to walk back to the meat counter. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if it's that's definitely that's beyond hate.
Oh, he had me at butt flickers.
Butt flickers.
People who flick their cigarette butts out the window.
Hey, sweater.
Are we allowed to say that anymore? Are we allowed to call them butt flickers?
Well, sure.
The NSA didn't shut us down when we said genitals, so I think butt flicker is key.
I honestly don't flick my cigarette butts mostly because I don't really smoke when I leave the house. And if I am out long enough that I do want to partake, I usually crush my cigarette butt somewhere and stick it back in the package.
Well, I've never been a butt flicker because I just don't like the taste in my mouth of the butt. And
I am not going there.
And it's just
it sounds like Pauly did. No, I once upon a 7 years ago, I was a 3-pack a day smoker, and there's to be honest, I'll confess, because it's in my previous crimes against humanity. There was nothing I enjoyed more while driving than pretending I was the mad bomber, and tossing a stick of dynamite at the car behind me, and just kind of pretending that I've nailed another victim.
Okay, now speaking of the car behind you, years ago, I went to. I had a friend who was being abused by a partner. And so I flew out to California to gather up him and his dogs and bring them back to my house. And so we had this long cross-country drive with 3 yapping dachshunds.
Oh
and now he's a vegetarian. So there aren't a lot of places to stop in the deserts of Nevada as you're driving across. And so he said, grab a sandwich or something. So I go into this convenience store. All I can find are ham sandwiches in the case. Now, he's a vegetarian. So I got him one, come back to the car, and he's like, I do not eat porcine.
What? I don't eat porcine?
Porcine. And I said,
was that a character in Gone with the Wind?
I have no idea. But I said, so pick it off, eat a ham or eat a cheese sandwich. So I'm driving down the highway. He takes this piece of ham off the sandwich and flicks it out the window. It lands on the windshield of the car behind us. I am freaking out. This guy stupidly takes his windshield wiper, turns it on, and this ham just smears across his windshield.
Ham wiping, sweater tucking, butt flicker.
And I know that by telling this story, he's going to hear this and know who to come for after all these years it's been eating on him. And I know I just outed myself. But it wasn't me. It was Michael. Okay.
How hard? Now he's been named. Michael Porcine. How hard? I'm just curious. How hard is it How much do you have to pay to detail to get the porcine smear off your windshield?
I would not know, because after I saw the ham smear across the windshield, I floored it and was doing like 95 across the desert because I was afraid he'd catch.
I wonder how many hate napkins you'd have to go through to get the ham smear off the windshield. Oh my God, that is a priceless story brought to us in part by the hate of Chris Beatty from Armpit, South Carolina. All right, I've got something I hate. And the thing that's on my hate napkin this week is, as I was, it takes forever to build these pages and invite your stupid virtual, they're not my stupid virtual friends. They're my virtual friends. Some of them are my face-to-face friends. A lot of them are people I've just sort of met online over time. Thousands upon thousands of them. And you're going through the list, and Facebook now makes it, you used to be able to just click a button and invite all your friends to a page that you've created, which, you go to thehatenapkin.com if you want to see our page. Now you have to click individuals. You have to tick a box, and I've got like 6,000 or 7,000 people that I have to go through, and then of course they limit how many people I can invite. These are my friends. Why does Mark Zuckerberg care how many of my friends I invite in a 24-hour period? I mean, they're already my friends. They're already on a list called my friends. That's not even the thing I hate. What I really hate is it took me like 6 days to do this, and I was kept inviting dead friends. I mean, what, I haven't been through like the list of all my Facebook companions and friends over time in like years. And here I am going alphabetical going, I've just invited a dead person. There's another dead person. Oh my God, there's Jonathan and there's Teresa. They're both dead. And there's Wayne, and he's dead. And I'm like, it's just this. It's like walking through the cemetery. I mean, it's depressing that these people still have Facebook pages. Whatever. I just encountered, I don't know, about 60, 70 people I know that were dead.
Wow. And I'm that much older than you, so I'm going to have to go play the dead or alive list with my own Facebook.
Well, and I'm not rude. I invited all of them.
Dead or alive.
Right. I mean, a follower is a follower.
So maybe Facebook needs to have like a suggest cremation button in there and contact for help. And then you could pick a profile and suggest cremation. And then people suggest that person's either dead or should be dead. And then they could have a big virtual fire.
Well, yeah, as you're scrolling through newsfeed, their last post will pop up and then just sort of disintegrate.
I just want a virtual scattering of the ashes where all you hear is the sound of a toilet flushing and goodbye, Carla.
A digital Mark Zuckerberg going.
No.
That one's for the YouTube folks.
As I'm going down the crapper, the last laughing face I want to see is yours.
Let me just tuck in a sweater here. Okay. Anyways, I'm sick of. I had my fill of virtual dead people that I encountered this past week. It was pretty depressing. I mean, these are all they were actually friends of mine, like face-to-face friends, and yet I had no idea most of these people had a sort of online existence still.
Well, now you can still talk to them. You can send them a message like, "Hey, I wish I messaged you more." So I'm doing it now. But you're dead.
I'll send the messenger.
just checking in. Are you still dead?
Okay, Carla, you got something?
Oh, the holiday season.
Oh, the hate napkin holiday
season. So I'm assuming that means somewhere around from the 4th of July till January 15th.
Whenever they offer specialty chocolates. So I think that starts about August 15th.
Valentine's Day.
August 15th to February 15th. It's 6 months of the year.
Well, because I remember, we celebrated Christmas for like maybe 3 weeks and that was it. Now It's like they've already got Christmas stuff out on the shelves by Halloween. And I mean, didn't we just have Halloween?
I think what happened is Christians got really jealous of Hanukkah and Jews, which is like what 20
that could
days,
be.
20 days of
That could be.
Hanukkah. And they were like, fuck that shit. We've got 6 months of All Hallows Eve, Halloween to Christmas, MLK Day. It's only a matter of time before we have chocolate, Dr. King chocolates, and then all to Valentine's Day, which is, again, that's also technically a Christian holiday. So the Christians were like, never mind this. It's time to dominate.
Dr. King chocolates?
I'm telling you, man, it's just a matter of time before the confectionary
This
industry
gives
finds a
me
way.
something that I hate. I
What?
hate along these lines, Carla. People who say Kwanzaa is a made-up holiday, and I immediately that person's racist. B, they're all made-up holidays. So,
Thank you.
so what?
Thank you. Why pick on Kwanzaa?
What is your point? Okay, and it's like this is actually
That's great.
If you look at Kwanzaa, it's very cultural. They do all of these cultural things to teach their kids about African and American history, and there's food, there's songs. They have it's a more thought out. I don't remember the woman's name. Malinga something. But the point is, it's actually it looks so cool that I want to celebrate it. It looks great. I want to be invited to a Kwanzaa celebration.
And let's find.
I mean, as opposed to ours, like where there's a fairy and a bunny and
right, you're allowed to
fat guy in a red suit.
Right, you're allowed to have this creepy thing where someone comes into your kid's bedroom and goes under their pillow. Let's not criticize that one. Let's go after people celebrating their African heritage. What an asshole that person is.
I was trying to find her name. I can't find it. We'll do a blog. We'll do a Spirit of Kwanzaa blog to celebrate. Definitely not on the hate net, but I think that's a good point. All it's not like somewhere in the deep epochs of time there was like Groundhog's Day. Prehistory.
Right, and it marks the
St. Patrick's Day was.
It started in the
2
60s.
billion BC. Right,
it's such a.
They're all made up.
Yeah, but this one is actually a good holiday. So as Carla would say, yeah, ST.
Shut your cake hole.
Yeah.
Tuck your sweater.
Although it'd be nice if they had some cake. They could add some cake to Kwanzaa. That would be nice.
Well, I think it'd be nice if they had some 40% off sales, frankly.
Why? Because a white sale just doesn't seem inappropriate.
Actually,
well, you don't listen. Don't have a. No, I'm not going there.
You would finally have the traditional garb that you want to wear. You want to wear robes, and now you could finally.
You have to be careful if you're going to have a linen sale for Kwanzaa. Okay, that's all you got to say.
Oh Lord, that's because you're in South Carolina and Carla's in Alabama.
And there you have it.
Yeah, no, I like that. In fact, why don't we just ditch all the rest? Let's let 2020. Let's give people time to think about it, but let's just 2026, just Kwanzaa. That's it.
All year.
Get rid of all the year of the Kwanzaa. Get rid of all the other holidays.
And actually, it doesn't get enough billing. You don't hear about it. You and I don't actually know the traditions off the top of our head. It should be. Next time someone says that to me, I'm gonna have a Wikipedia on hand and just talk about Kwanzaa for 20 minutes until they walk away.
You know what I suggest? I think this is a good idea. Let's do a webinar.
A webinar.
Nothing could be better than two middle-aged white guys doing a Kwanzaa webinar. Sorry, Carla, we can't invite you to the webinar. This has to be absurdly mansplained.
I'm good with that one because you guys are gonna make. If you guys are going to make horses' asses
think-
out of yourself, I want to be in the audience for this one.
Speaking of which, I think Gus
And
is
that
going
was-
at his own anus in the back.
That was probably
He's
white
not. He's
splaining.
sleeping.
Oh, okay.
I probably did white splaining there. That probably whole thing was offensive for me to even have an opinion on it. But there you
No,
go.
it was
I don't
white.
think so. It's not like we can defer to the non-white person on the show.
Yeah, where's your diversity, Kate Napkin?
That's a good yeah. Let's say it ourselves. We put
There
our
you go.
crowning achievement. We'll put ourselves on the hate napkin.
There you go. I burn under the glare of the refrigerator bulb, so I'm in no position to talk.
That's in your NSA file, boy.
Oh, I think you can count on that.
You remember when GI Joes, you collect the figure, that there'd be like a little card which listed their strengths and their weaknesses. Carla from Burnt Corn burns from the refrigerator bulb. Love it. All right, so we covered a lot of ground. Thank you to Chris in Armpit, South Carolina, and what was the other one in Titusville? Charlie in Titusville.
Yep.
They hated all sorts of things, from sweater tucking, butt flickers, to right turn signals, post haste or post event. I don't know. What can I say? I don't like inviting dead people to anything on social media. They never bring wine.
It would have killed you to bring some Jello.
Right. Jesus, I mean, you got all those flowers. Can you spare a bouquet?
You're
And,
dead to me
let's-
now.
Pauly hates the fact that Kwanzaa doesn't get it's just desserts. And Carla, what did you hate? It was in the napkin. Oh, the fact that it's white holiday season 6 months of the year, basically.
True, but I don't like ham flickers either, because I don't like speeding away from the scene of the crime.
Just for that, we might even give you billing on the show.
No thanks. I brought my own.
Oh, folks, if you're on YouTube, it looks like a "Hello, my name is" sticker on Carla's T-shirt, whereas in fact it is actually the T-shirt. Hello, my
Indeed.
name is Carla. And my name is Arik. I'm your co-host, and we were joined also by your sound engineer, Pauly from Bali. If you want to tell us other things you hate, please send an email to info@thehatenapkin.com. We are sponsored by Regal Prints. That's regalprints.com for all your signage needs in the Midlands and Columbia, South Carolina. But if you happen to live in King of Prussia, Pennsylvania, or even time traveled from Prussia itself, too bad. They can't help you out. I think that's about it. Oh, also, this show is also sponsored by, our word of the day was genitals. Genitals. and its close associate, congenital, which means, I guess, with genitals, which most of us have. So there you go. You learn something, folks. Stay tuned as we dig ourselves out of the deep, deep anals of hate. See you next Tuesday.